This is the Ford Focus RS. RS meaning rally sport, and that's where this car's heritage stems from. It competes with other hot hatches such as the Civic Type R, Golf R, and even the STI. We never got to see earlier versions of the Focus RS here until this generation. In this video, I'll give you the rundown of the modifications done to this one, 0 to 60 and quarter mile time, driving impressions, and if you've ever wondered how much one actually weighs, then I've also got that information for you too. What's up guys, I have a 2017 Ford Focus RS today. Let's take a look at what's inside, and let's check out the interior. This RS is tuned on E30 with a Cobb access port and should be making around 400 horsepower. Front seats are made by Recaro. The engine only revs to 6,500, which may be low, but it's turbocharged, so it should be powerful. The Focus RS has a 6-speed manual transmission, and this one has a mount-tuned short shift arm and solid bushings for better shifts. This is the turbocharged 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder. First thing that I notice is the big red AEM air filter right here. There's also a TurboSmart blow-off valve, NGK Step 1 colder plugs, mount-tuned rear motor mount, and the mount-tuned intake here. There is a Velocitec big mouth that directs air from the outside to the inside where the air filter is. Here's the mount-tuned intercooler, and there's also charge pipes. The exhaust system is an ETS Extreme and the tip angle looks very sharp. Okay guys, how much do you think the Ford Focus RS weighs? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let's take a look right now. And we have 3,500 pounds. Now it's time for the drive. I can tell you right off the bat, this car is very easy to drive compared to the GTR. And by easy, I mean how the steering wheel responds, how it turns and rotates on the street, and also the clutch pedal is super soft. I'm not quite sure if I like this pedal feel because I'd rather have a hard clutch pedal so that I can feel where the pressure points are. At this point, I mean, I could feel it, but it's not as good as something with a harder clutch pedal. Inside of the car is very quiet compared to the Nissan GTR. This is a second gear roll. Wow. It picks up very nicely. Even with an exhaust system, it sounds really mellow on the inside. You can hear the blow-off valve going off. The suspension takes up the bumps really well also, and it doesn't feel that stiff inside this car. The Ford Focus RS and Mustang EcoBoost share the same 2.3 liter turbo 4-cylinder. The difference is that the Mustang is rated at 310 horsepower and the Ford Focus is rated at 350 horsepower. And that's due to the revised intake manifold on the Focus RS, twin scroll turbo, and slightly higher boost. Now the engine is not bulletproof because several owners have had issues with head gaskets leaking. Ford fought hard but has acknowledged that the head gasket does leak. Now the cause of this is because of the back pressure in the exhaust manifold, and it's just due to the design of the exhaust ports. If you look at a Ford Focus RS head, you can see that the ports are not divided evenly. The second and third cylinder share the same exhaust port, and that's where they're having problems. Cylinder 2 and cylinder 3. The Ford Focus ST is the opposite. That engine has problems in cylinder 1 and 4, and that's also due to the same issue with exhaust back pressure. Turn-in is really good. The steering ratio is really quick, which makes it really responsive. Okay, now I'm gonna roll into this. You feel it? Into fourth. Wow. And the brakes work really well too. It it pulls very nicely and the shifts are really crisp and precise. I'm not sure if that's torque steer, but the car did exhibit some torque steer from what it felt like. Remember that the Ford Focus RS is front biased, so when it senses traction loss in the front, it'll transfer up to 100% to the rear. It has electronic clutch discs that can distribute the torque 100% to the left or 100% to the right. So far I enjoyed this ride. It's much more fun than I anticipated, and it's also very responsive, especially for an all-wheel drive 4-cylinder turbo. I want to thank Stealthy RS for giving me this opportunity. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.